Alright, what's going on out there? We are here in my NBA 2K14 simulation series here with the Utah Jazz on Xbox 360, and last time it didn't save these two last games that I simmed, so I simmed again, and we got one of the two. We won the one at home and then lost in Phoenix, and then it simmed another game, but we won. We beat Houston at home, so we have now 5 wins. 5 wins, and we are now in December. Excuse me. And we're going to look at the stats I found really interesting here. Team stats. And I think we are the worst team in the league. Oh, the Kings and the Raptors have 4 wins. But this is the one stat that I was concerned about. Not turnovers. Where was it? Oh yeah, rebounding. Um, where was that stat? I guess we are better now with rebounds. Because through those 3 games, I guess we got better. Because we were last in the league. And there we go. This is the one. Fouls. Look at that. 400 fouls already committed by this young team. They need to clean that up if they want to get some more wins. Can't put people at the line for easy points. And here we go. We are the third last in turnovers, so that is a problem as well. Fouls and turnovers are not going to win you very many games. So yeah, we'll see how that keeps up throughout the season. Take a quick look at the player stats. Gordon has gotten over 20 points a game. That's good. Alec at 16. Favors at 14.5. Trey Burke still injured, I believe. Yeah, broken finger. Just like real life. He broke his finger. Here we go. Enes Kanter still. We need to get a little bit more points per game out of him. So yeah, there's a quick look at the points per game. And look at the field goal percentages. Before Trey went out, he was under 40 and under 30 from 3. So that is a problem. He needs to get those up, as I said. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the roster. And we need to look at the contract extensions. We have Gordon Hayward coming up, and he is our best player throughout this season. He's putting up the most numbers. And it says, great job, Gordon is happy. But there was something earlier I saw here where his agent was saying that he's going to take a look at the money in the offseason. So we will see if Gordon Hayward decides to help us out, or maybe he wants a little bit too much money for his rating. We'll see. That's in the future. But right now, let's actually get back to simming. We started off December with a win against the Rockets. And let's go all the way to here. Let's sim all the way past this Miami game, and we will see what the team looks like, who's doing what, if we get a couple more wins. Alright, here we go. Lost to Indiana, lost to Portland, 3-game losing streak, 4-game losing streak, 5-game losing streak, and we get a 2-game winning streak there. Oh man, so through there we lost 6 of 8, and that is, oh man. Let's actually take a look at the prospect scouting now, because looks like we are in for a top 5 pick if we keep this up. Scouting prospects. So we have scouted 4 prospects, and these are the 2 newest. Eldon Hunt. Andrew Porter says about Eldon Hunt, he returned from scouting, and he would have to say that his skills are average at best, though he could potentially contribute to the team right away. So he wants to see a little bit more of Eldon Hunt at a Boston University. He's got an outside shot, and his IQ C. So yeah, he's a mid-round, first round, mid to late for sure. Now Neil Lewis, 7'1", out of LaSalle University, and Oscar Grant says he wasn't exactly blown away by his current skill set, but Neil Lewis showed me that he can definitely play. The big question for him is, can he improve his game and take it to the next level? Okay, so looking at his skills, the green shows a post defense B and a rebounding B. So yeah, he's pretty raw it seems. But it says he could play, but he's 23, so he might already be a little past where we want to draft for a mid to late first rounder. He could be a second rounder for sure. So now let's look at a couple more prospects here. Top 5. So we looked at Franklin. No, we looked at Carl Finley. That's right. Carl Finley was a A+ potential, and he's got B+ athleticism. So he's a prospect that could blossom real quick, or it may take a few years. But this is somebody I want to look at, Franklin Bishop, because look at his inside and his outside. I mean, for a 21-year-old, 6'11", he has some really good stats there. So I'm gonna send out Andrew Porter to scout Franklin Bishop out at Miami of Ohio. He's 6'11", 242 pounds, so he's a little slight of frame, but if those B's are correct, then he is definitely a top 5 pick. So you want to see if Franklin Bishop can surpass Carl Finley on your top 5. And then let's go down and let's look these mid to late first guys. There could be somebody in the lottery, but we already looked at Ferdinand Ramos, and we think he's going top 10. So maybe we'll look at another lottery guy. Let's look at a 2 guard. Let's look at the 2 guards in the lottery here. Jackson Malone, 6'4", out of Georgia Tech, 22-year-old. Looks like he has an outside shot. He's a defender with some athleticism. OJ Reed, 19 years old, out of Indiana. And OJ, yeah, he looks a little bit more raw. His IQ is not up there. He's not a lottery guy, in my opinion. Mel Barlow. Let's take a look. C's, yeah, okay. 6'4" out of DePaul. Tyron Bradshaw, 6'6", out of Mississippi State. 20 years old. Yeah, he could possibly be a lottery guy. And Gary Copeland, out of Duke. So we got a Coach K kid here. He looks pretty average. I would look at Jackson Malone probably out of all these guys because of his defense. So let's look at Jackson. Let's send Oscar out there to Georgia Tech. Alright, so we got 2 prospects scouting right now. I was looking at also possibly putting another prospect scout out there. What do you guys think of that? I think we should. Let's hire a new candidate. Might as well. Let's go with a potential. This guy's an F level. A potential. So I don't know. Maybe that guy. That'd be cool to see him grow, but we want a little bit better, accurate scouting reports right now. Let's go with. I saw somebody up there that I liked. Where? I want a B level A potential. There we go. Warren Fox. Check out those goggles. Look at those rims. All right. I think he's I think you can see clearly through those things. We'll put him up here for 3-year deal, Warren Fox. And let's put him out to do a little bit of scouting right away. So looking at all the lottery guys, we got Florian Eminescu, 6'8" out of Romania. So we have a big Euro player here. Alfredo Madsen out of Tulsa. He's a rebounder, 6'11", 271, with some mean mutton chops. Lance Berry out of Rhode Island, 19-year-old. Look at those handles. Let's scout Lance Berry. Let's put Warren Fox out there on Lance. Let's actually now go back to simming. Alright, let's go. 7 and 20. Oh man, we don't have any team chemistry. Oh boy. What can I do here? Let's see if I can do a little bit of... Let's see the rotation right now. Alex fully back, so let's give him some minutes. Let's see who doesn't need minutes. Let's give Ian Clark a little bit less, and we will give Alec 35. Yeah. All right. So Jefferson is up here. We need a 6-man right now. Bobois starting. Let's see. Tough decision right now because all these guys are kind of the same level, so none of them are standing out. Let's cut Marvin's minutes a little bit here, and let's put Jeremy up a little bit and Deontay up a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Because they're all -1 except for Jeremy, so let's give him a couple more minutes. Alright, now let's go back to the calendar. Autosave. We have a game against Orlando coming up on the road. Big road streak here. We started it off with a loss against Miami. So maybe we can take one of these 4 games, come home, win against the Lakers, and then maybe win against the Bobcats. So let's sim the rest of this month. Let's go. Hopefully we can get a few more wins here, and we get a loss in that game against Orlando, and the Bobcats want to talk trading. They want Enes Kanter for their first rounder this year, Chris Douglas Roberts, and our next year. No thanks. Alright, so loss to the Hawks, and Richard Jefferson sprains his wrist. So, oh, he's out 1 to 2 weeks, so there goes RJ. Old man Bones holding up our team. Trey is day to day, so he'll be coming back soon. So, small forward, let's put Marvin up there, I guess. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to give Brandon Rush some minutes. Yeah, that'll do. See if Brandon Rush can do something for us. Marvin, get a couple more. And Ian Clark, yeah, he'll stay down there. Alright, so we did win against the Bobcats on the road. Alright, finally got a road win. So yeah, we'll keep simming here. We should get a prospect report soon. Keep simming, and we win against the Grizzlies, excuse me. And all 3 guys have completed their scouting, so let's go see what they have to say. Let's see here. I want to go through this way to the scouting list. So yeah, Lance Berry. Let's see what Warren Fox had to say. He had a good week checking out Lance, and he can definitely say his skills are up to par. And he is... So his skills are up to par for what we expect. Alright, and he's 19, so let's check out these grades. I don't think he got a real good handle on the grades, but the handling is still an A. So let's go and let's put Warren out there on Lance again. Yeah, there we go. And you know what? Let's see. Andrew Porter on Eldon Hunt. He said he's average, so we know what Eldon is. He's average. Jackson Malone. He said that he's up to par as well, and he got a good read on his defense there, and his post defense is weak. So Jackson. Let's see what else people said here. Franklin Bishop. Yeah, this is the top 5 guy. We need to see what this Andrew says. He's pleasantly surprised, Andrew Porter is. Franklin Bishop showed that he is a smart player who plays with a level head. And from the looks of things, he looks like he might be a very good player, one we should look into investigating further. So, Franklin Bishop sounds like the real deal with those B's. So we'll send out, it was Andrew Porter, yeah? Yeah. Andrew, go out there again. And then, let's see. We need to choose out of Eldon Hunt, Jackson Malone, and Neil Lewis. Let's go Jackson Malone. I'm interested to see what Oscar says about him again. Alright, so another 7 days of prospect scouting. And our calendar, we're on a 2-game winning streak here. So let's finish out this month strong. We have our 1% of team chemistry. Oh yeah. Alright, let's do it. Come on. Get a couple more wins here. At least beat the Lakers. And Trey Burke is back, so let's take a look here. Beaubois, you'll go down to 25 minutes. And then let's bring up Trey Burke. Welcome back to the team. Malcolm Thomas. Yeah, you'll sit. You'll sit. Actually, no, we have a few guards here, so Malcolm Thomas come up and Ian Clark go down. Yeah. Okay. So Brandon Rush, you need to be above Marvin for sure. Yeah, that looks right. Maybe you have B Rush above Evans. Alright. So 13, 10, 3. Malcolm, get a couple more. Marvin. Yeah. That'll work for me. Alright. Oh, Trey needs minutes. Duh. Alright. I didn't think about that. We're on 12 deep right now. I'll take Malcolm's minutes away. Jeremy, take him away. 10, 10, 15, 25, and 32. Alright, so he's recovering, but he should be good with a broken finger. I feel like that's a one you can play with. Alright, so the calendar. 3 more games at the end this month. We just passed Christmas, and now we are back we're back at home against the Lakers, and then we go out to face the Clippers, and then back home to face the Bobcats. So let's at least get one of these 3. Come on. Oh, we lose. And Brandon Rush gets hurt. Oh, man. These injuries. This is why I wanted to turn them off. You know what? Let's... Actually, yeah, he's pretty high up. Alright, Marvin, take those minutes. Yeah, that'll work for me. Yeah, okay. Back to the calendar. And we need to win one of these 2. We need to win. Let's see. Both these teams have a good record. They're winning. They have a winning record, so let's see if we can win one of them. Come on now. Come on, Young Jazz. We win against the Clippers and the Bobcats. How about that? So, let's continue simulating. I'll go and look at that in a second. So, we won, look at the first month, we won 4 games, and the second month, we won 7 games. So, that's an improvement, and our record now stands at 11-23 in the new year of January in 2014. And I think we should look at those scouting reports real quick and look at the stats, and then I'll end the video. So yeah, prospect scouting list. 2 evals on Lance Berry now. the kid from Rhode Island, the 19-year-old, and the second scouting report says he's a solid prospect who shows a bundle of potential. He has the fundamentals and the tools to really grow his game once he hits the NBA. A perennial all-star down the line is certainly not out of the question. So, look at Lance Berry here. Look at this. Now we have a little bit more of an idea, and he has a B plus potential. His offensive game isn't elite, but his athleticism is, and his handles are pretty good. So Lance Berry, he's on our radar for sure. Now Franklin Bishop, looking at the big kid out of Miami of Ohio, second scouting report by Andrew Porter. The most recent scouting trip to see Franklin Bishop allowed me to take a close look at his long-term potential, and I'm sorry to say that I don't think he has great or even good potential. This doesn't mean he isn't one of the best power forwards in the draft, just that his upside is relatively small. How about that? So let's look at his grades, and yeah, his potential is C+. So yeah, he's right. Franklin Bishop might stay around where he is right now. He might not get much better. But he does have the A overall, and his post defense is there. His offensive game is there. His rebounding is there. So, Franklin Bishop, how about that? He doesn't have the potential. And on these guys with 2 evals, let's look at Jackson Malone. He was the last one that we need to look at. Oscar Grant, taking a look at him. Simply put, I think Jackson Malone from Georgia Tech has the potential to be a solid NBA player once he has the chance to develop. So he's a down-the-line kind of guy. And he says, I'm not sure if I am ready to call him a full-fledged starter right from the get-go, but if you show a little patience, I think he'll develop into one of the more solid shooting guards in the league. So Jackson Malone in the lottery. And let's look at his skills. And the green says B plus potential. He's got a good outside shot, good inside game, good perimeter D. His IQ isn't there really yet, but I like what I see out of Jackson Malone if he's there in the lottery, and maybe we can pick up another first round pick. Yeah, Jackson Malone, solid guy. But the top guy I would say out of all these evals so far is still Carl Finley. Carl Finley, the 6'9" power forward, and this is what got me. It says Carl is just oozing talent and potential. So I'm interested big time in this kid, and we've scouted him 2 times, and his strengths could be a decent player in the league today, should improve, and his weaknesses lacks consistency with his floor awareness and passing, so he can get flustered on the double team. But Carl Finley is somebody that, if there, we will probably take him. So yeah, that is the scouting report for about 2 months into the season. And let's see here. Do we want to scout any of these guys further? Lance Berry. Do we want to scout him further? He says we definitely should. So Warren Fox seems to be interested. Go for it, Warren. Scout away. Let's look at. Let's look at Eldon Hunt again. I don't know. I thought Eldon Hunt would be better than he is. It says I think he's a lottery guy. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So let's look at some new guys, actually. New prospects. Alright, so we look at these top 5 guys, maybe. Dwayne Holloway, point guard. Wayne Smith, power forward. Excuse me. Carlton Mills, point guard, shooting guard, with an A- offense. You know, this kid's from Michigan. Trey Burke's from Michigan, and those stats say we should scout him. So let's put Andrew Porter out there in Michigan. And then let's look at another lottery guy. how about a what do you guys think about looking at Barry Page? He doesn't look the best from Arizona. Look at, he doesn't have the best stats there, you know. But no, actually, you know, Barry Page, no, not right now. Not right now. Let's look at a mid to late first guys in second round. We've done our top of the line scouting pretty much. We know what's at the top of the board for us. So let's do a good look at some small forwards here in the second, mid to late first, second. Ryan Brooks out of Wisconsin. Matthew Dennis, 6'10" small forward out of Louisville. Interesting. I think we're going to scout Dennis based on his intangibles. Oscar Grant, you're going to Louisville to scout Matthew Dennis. 6'10", wow, that's a big kid for a small forward. That's Kevin Durant-ish. So, Matthew Dennis, mid to late first, possibly second round. We'll see. So now, let's look at the stats real quick before we go, because we are in the new year, January. Let's look at the standings real quick. And in the West, the Thunder are at the top. The Warriors not far behind. The Spurs are right there. And yeah, it's a crowded top 5 here in the West, per usual. And to get in the playoffs, you're going to have to play the whole season. And you're probably going to have to worry about the last 10 games. Really, really, really worry. But at the bottom, the Jazz. Alright, so it's us, the Kings, and the Lakers, and the Grizzlies, surprisingly, doing a little bit of bottom feeding here. And in the East, the last time we checked, the Heat were at the top, and they are still at the top. 22-9, big time. That is an excellent record. And the Bulls, they're right there, only one loss behind. The Celtics. Wow, the Celtics are number 3 in the East. The Wizards, the Hawks, the Nets, Cavs, Bobcats. Where are the Knicks? Look at the Knicks. Wow, Carmelo can't do it all, I guess. The Pacers. Paul George is injured, though. We saw that in the previous video. And the Bucks, Magic, 76ers, Raptors, yeah. That looks better down there. That looks more normal. So that's your NBA records. And let's look at our player stats in this video. Gordon is still hovering around 20 a game. Alec, he dropped a little. Derek, he dropped a little. Trey Burke, he's coming back and he's playing well. Let's take a look at his percentages, though. Yeah, they're up. That was lower, and this is about the same. And 80% from free throw, I'm fine with that. Rodrigue Beaubois still competing. Channing Frye doing an okay job for us, 8 points a game. 46 from field goal and 40 from 3. 89% free throw percentage. So yeah. Enes Kanter, though. Channing Frye should almost be starting over Enes Kanter. What do you guys think of that? He gets rebounds, but putting up points is kind of what we need right now. Maybe he gets 0.7 blocks a game. I don't know. Enes Kanter, he's the big question mark on this team, really. So, that is through 2 months. Here we go. Through 2 months, this team is on the up. We have improved a little bit. So, in the next video, we will sim just like we have been. And hopefully no more injuries. You guys need to definitely hope for no more injuries. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Hopefully we'll get through this first year within the next 2 videos maybe. And we will possibly get to the off season. So yeah, stay tuned and I hope you guys are enjoying. Thanks for watching. Later.